Hey, beautiful. Welcome back to Beauty is What I Do. And today I am going to be doing this look with 10 budget friendly products that I got from the drugstore. I got it from CVS, Walgreens. Where else, y'all? I probably got it from Target a while ago. But I want to show you how you can get these results with drugstore products. And I literally used 10 basic things. I know it may sound like a lot, but these are the 10 basic things that you're going to need. And the most exciting part is that it's budget friendly. And girl, you listen, you see the results. You see the results. But before we jump into the makeup, I want to share a few skincare products that I've been loving on lately. It's by a company called Dermalect. It's a brand that really aligns with where I am at this point in my life because they create solutions to real life skin changes. You know, at this age, mid-50s, you start to see fine lines in the forehead. You start to see a little bit here in your smile lines. You start to see the crow's feet. Like, these are all the areas of the face that we midlife women are very, very concerned about. This video isn't sponsored, but they were kind enough to send me some products to try, and I want to share with you the results of a few products that really stood out to me. I've got some favorites and I want to share them with you. So if you've been curious about how to elevate your skin, how to slay your face with a friendly budget makeup regime, girl, this video is for you. Let's jump right in. As I've gotten older, skincare has really become more than just a routine, especially at this age, you guys. I am looking for products that are going to work. I'm trying to really honor what life brings at this age, and so finding the right products are very key to me. That's why I've been reaching for the Dermalect lately. It's a brand that focuses on solutions for skin that's going through transitions. Whether you're dry, dull, or you have fine lines, it's just needing a little extra love. And their products have really impressed me over these last couple of weeks. Let me share with you a few of the products that I've been reaching for every single day. So starting with product number 1, the Rapid Repair Balancing Serum. Now this right here is my skin's best friend, and the reason is because it's super hydrating. It's a daily serum. It instantly makes my skin feel calm, soothed, and plump. I apply it on freshly cleansed skin in the morning before my moisturizer. What I love most about it, guys, it makes my skin look like glass. I love the way my skin looks with this. So that is the number 1 product that I love the most. The next product that I love is this 5-in-1 Advanced Eye Treatment. So let me just be honest, our eyes are showing everything, right? There is no getting around it. And I don't always get a full night's sleep. So this eye treatment targets puffiness, dark circles, even droopy eyelids. Yes, and please, girl. The cooling metal tip, which I love applicator, is my favorite part. It instantly refreshes my under eye area and it helps my concealer apply so much smoother. I can already see more brightness and firmness, and it's only been a few weeks, not even a total month yet. And then this last product, now this is the one I didn't think I was gonna need for a while, but you guys, I need this self-esteem neck firming cream, y'all. So let's talk about this for a minute. We talk a lot about the face, but the neck, Lord Jesus, will tell the story. You out here, that face may be looking 30, but you turn to the side, boo. We see that neck, right? So it's packed with hydroxy acids and plant-based actives that help to smooth out fine lines and improve elasticity. I've especially noticed a difference in those horizontal tech lines from looking down at screens. It gives a lifted, moisturized feel without being sticky or greasy. So again, these products were gifted and you would not share them if they truly did not make a difference in my skin. I've linked everything in the description below. So if you want, you can give it a try out for yourself. All right, now, so let's get into this drugstore makeup look that's going to prove that you can have a high-end look without necessarily having to buy high-end everything. Let's go. Okay, so this is a fun video because I don't think I've ever done all drugstore makeup, like everything drugstore makeup, right? Obviously, you saw my intro, my skincare was different, but when it comes to this makeup, and so let me just tell you why, because foundations, concealers, powders is so hard in the drugstore because you cannot try on everything. You can't try on anything, as a matter of fact. And so that's why it's kind of difficult for me, and probably why I tend to go to other places where I can get a sample, where I can test it on my jawline, my neck. Really, your chest is where you should be testing the color match of a foundation. But that's probably the main reason. But there are absolutely some wonderful products that you can get from the drugstore. And one of them that I'm going to be starting off with is Maybelline Super Stay foundation. This is what I'm going to be starting off with. And what I love about this is they make several foundations, and this one gives a medium to full coverage, which is really great. Actually, it says full coverage, but because I apply it with a sponge, it's more like a medium coverage, and my sponge is definitely damp. But if I am number 355 in this, then I'm going to be number 355 in another formula and 355 in another formula. That's what I really like about Maybelline. You are very consistent. Now, this one, I'm normally 355, but this one is 340 because it's a little bit lighter. It's part of my strategy today because the powder I have, and mind you, y'all, I only went out and bought one thing that I realized, oh my God, I do not have a drugstore blush. I did have drugstore products of everything else. And my powder, which is a drugstore product, is a little, it's my color. Let me just say that it's my skin tone. So I had to figure out a way to, because when you put pigment on top of pigment, it turns darker, right? So I had to figure out, I need to go with a slightly lighter foundation so that when I put on this darker powder, because I refuse to buy another one, just for the fact that it's a drugstore brand, I said, you know what, let me do that so that when I get ready to blend and set, it all comes out perfectly. So that is the method to my madness today. But let's get this video started with the foundation. So pumping 2 pumps, maybe 1.5 pump on the back of my hand. I'm going to be using my beauty blender, and I'm using the side of it, and it is damp. And y'all see, I clearly have demarcation. I clearly have uneven skin. So this is a must for me when I want my skin to look its best. So you see, it's not too off. It's actually really pretty, but it definitely does help with covering up that little bit of demarcation that I have there. I'm gonna bring this down a little bit because I know for some ladies, you have a little maybe slight discoloration, but the way you solve that, as I mentioned earlier, when you do match foundations, match it to your chest. Because when people look at you, I have on this blouse, you don't see much of my chest, but a lot of times our chest is out, and sometimes the neck is darker than the face and the chest. But if you match your foundation to your chest and you begin to work that foundation down to compensate for the darkness on your neck, you're gonna look like all one color. So that is why I recommend, please do that when you are shopping for foundation. That was just enough. And seriously, with this formula foundation, you definitely wanna have a damp sponge. Putting some over my eyelid, and y'all, I'm putting some on my ear, because a lot of times, in the summer, our ears are exposed. So you want to make sure that your ears are matching. Okay, I'm real happy with that. All right, now on to concealer. I'm going to be using the LA Girl Pro Concealer, and the color is called Cool Tan. So that's what I'm using. And I'm going to use it right from the wand to apply it. So I'm squeezing it up Ooh, I ain't squeezed too much. Now I ain't changed my mind. Gotta put some on my hand, y'all, because I cannot put that big glob on my face. Here we go. So yes, it is definitely 3 shades lighter. But remember, there is a method to my madness. But no, your concealer should be at least 2 to 3 shades lighter to give you that brightness as well as conceal. We're gonna do a little bit here, a little bit there, here. And then we're gonna let it sit for a little bit. Sit for about a minute and a half, 2, because the longer your concealer sets before you blend it, the more coverage you're gonna get. Now, say you mess around, you let it sit too long and you go to blend it out and it's not moving, you're just gonna spritz your face. I like to use this Morphe Continuous Spray if that ever happens. But so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna be using my Real Techniques setting brush. I love this brush. And I'm gonna start blending and I'm gonna wait and do the eye last. I'm gonna start with the forehead. And as you can see, y'all, it's not a lot of makeup. Real easy peasy. Now let's start underneath the eye. So I'm gonna start at the edge and work my way out and blend it, starting at the edge here. Just tapping it, bringing that up because we want to add some lift, right? Because we are ladies of a certain age, so lift is real important to us. And I'm basically just tapping. Same here, starting at the edges, creating that lift, and then back here. And then I'm gonna just soften this up a little bit. And if I don't say so myself, this looks darn good. I keep looking up because I have these birds that love my porch. I'm gonna have to handle that later. Back to makeup. So this looks good. I already know. So guess what we're about to do at this point? Do not consider this in the 10 products. We're gonna go ahead and spray. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and spray with the Morphe. This is not the makeup, it's just, I'm gonna go ahead and spray because my makeup is looking real flawless right now. And I want it to blend all together and I want it to marinate and I don't want it to settle in any creases, and which is why I'm gonna do this now. Smooth that out. I'm gonna spray, right? Then I'm gonna be the fan. Next time I'll have an actual fan. Then I'm gonna go in with my powder. Okay, now I'm going to set this, right? So I'm going to be using Black Opal Loose Powder. It is the Soft Velvet. Child, let me get my glasses. Hold on. It's called Soft Velvet Finishing Powder Deep number 700. That's how it looks. And when remember I told you that it's really pigmented? Oh, Jesus, Lord, please don't. Let me put a napkin right here. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see that? So you see why I went a little bit lighter, right? But what I'm gonna use is I'm gonna use my puff and I'm going to tap into my powder because I know it says it's a soft velvety, but I wanna make sure. So got it on my puff. And I'm going to rub this into my hand to get this powder into this puff. And this is how I'm going to set it. That's how I'm going to set this. Because I can already see that it's really warming up my face because of the pigment. So guess what? What I'm not going to do is I'm not going to put this underneath my eye. No, ma'am. No, because I want to keep that bright, natural. And at this point, this looks so good. My skin looks so rich. I absolutely love. Oh, I do want to get the side of this nose though. So we are done setting the face. I'm not setting underneath the eye. I don't mind if it stays a little dewy because at the end, I am going to set with my One Stop. And I think it's going to be fine. So now we've done that. Now we're going to move into a little bit of contour, just a little bit, with the True Complexion Contour Palette by Black Radiance. This is the medium to deep palette. As you can see, I obviously love it. So I'm going to use, itching me right there. I'm gonna take this small little brush here, tap into the bronze or the contour, and I'm just gonna tap it exactly where I want it, as you can see there, and then I'm going to blend it up. And you see that? You see that there's a shadow here. There's a little bit more depth here and not here. Please tell me y'all can see it. Same thing on the other side. Just placing it exactly where I want it and then blending it up. So not only did I want to just show you this drugstore makeup, I want y'all to see this is easy. This is not rocket science, y'all. You just need to practice a couple of times before you actually need to do this makeup. Now I'm gonna take a blending eyeshadow brush. This brush is by MAC 224S, and I'm going to use this. Actually, no, I'm not gonna use that brush. I'm gonna use this brush, Morphe E17. It's a little bit smaller. And I'm gonna use it to come down and contour the side of my nose or the side of the highlights. And I'm using, when you hold your brush toward the end, you get a lighter application. When you hold it closer, you're getting more, it just, I don't know how it happens, y'all, I don't know, but you're gonna apply more pressure. So when you want a soft application, use your brushes by the tip, as far as you can by the tip. And I'm just softly going down the side of my nose, ever so slightly. She's a bad man, I already know. And then I'm taking my sponge and just tapping it on top. Girl, so we've done that. Now we're gonna come back to this palette. Now we're gonna move on to brows. And I'm gonna be using the Maybelline Super Lock Brow Glue. And by the way, everything will be listed in the description below. So anything you love, anything you want, it will be there. So I love this because it is, again, also lightweight. It's got a little a little wand tip applicator. And so I just simply brush my brows in the direction that they grow. And my brows, I had brightened or lightened my brows about a month ago. And they're starting to grow back in. It's natural color, which is a little dark. Usually in the winter, I like to go a little lighter on my brow. And in the summer, I take it dark. So I might brighten it or lighten it one more time before we get into summer, because you being out naturally in the sun, you're still gonna get darker. If your skin is darker, you're gonna need your brows to be darker because you need your brows to show up to frame your face, right? So I might do it one more time and then I'll just wear them naturally dark. So I like to just smooth it out. I need a little bit more on this side. And then the brow pencil that I'm gonna use that I chose from the drugstore is by Milani. It has a brush on one side, it has an automatic pencil on the other side, and I believe the color is called Deep Brown. That's it. And I'm just gonna use it going in the direction of, again, how my brows grow. And I'm mostly gonna use it on the end because it is a little bit darker and I don't want this darker, so I'm gonna mostly use it on the end. Perfect, that's just enough. Now, I got two different brows going on here, y'all. How am I gonna fix that? I'm going to extend this a little bit more. Now, that like that. Ciao. Okay, yeah, that's better, but I totally have a straggler hair that I've got to get with this, or this makeup application was not gonna look good. That's better. It's not perfect, which your brows are never perfect, but that is better. And what I'm gonna do to clean it up underneath, which is the next step, I'm gonna go back to my concealer, use a brush to clean up underneath. I'm gonna come in a little bit closer for this. And I'm gonna start it about a fourth way in. There we go. See how much cleaner that looks? Yeah, girl. Let's do the other side. We're gonna let that sit for a minute before we blend it down. Then I'm gonna take this brush that I use to blend out my concealer. I'm just gonna tap it in place. Actually, I need a little bit more here. So there we are. You see how easy that was? So now I'm gonna use the remaining concealer that's on the back of my hand, put it on my lid, set it with a little powder, and then we're gonna do a very soft eye look, because I realize we ladies of a certain age, we know our everyday look, we're not trying to do a whole lot. We just want to look fresh, we want to look soft, we want to look natural. And that's what I'm trying to give you. This is the look I'm trying to give you today with these drugstore products. So using the rest, going on my lid. And I'm actually going to use my beauty blender and just blend it out, because that's real easy. See how that really just opens up the eye, that lighter tone on your lid. Okay, and beauty blender. And now I'm going to tap just a little of the powder that's in this lid. Remember, because it's pigmented, and just tap it on top to matte it out. Love, love, love. Yeah, I'm good with that, y'all, because I did need a little bit of powder underneath to set it. I was starting to see it crease a little bit because I'm going a little slow. Because normally I would have been done with my face and sprayed my face. But at the end of the day, you probably always should use a little bit of powder underneath the eye, very softly. And usually what's in the lid, if you have a loose powder, is all you need. That way it won't look cakey and showing up every fine line and wrinkle that you have. So now that we're done with that, let's go back to this True Radiance palette and let's use it for our eyeshadow. Because you've got this nice neutral tone here, and then you've got this shimmer here. So I'm going to take that original fluffy brush that's by MAC, and I'm actually going to go into the darker color first, because I want to use that as my crease color. So I'm going to start on the end and go back and forth with this kind of windshield wiper effect. Do the same thing on the other side. Here's a tip, wherever you first put that eyeshadow brush, that's where you're gonna get the most pigment. So know that that's the area where you want it to be deepest, darkest, because if not, you're gonna be blending, trying to soften it up. So because I know that I want my outer corner to be slightly darker, that's why I'm starting there first. Then I'm blending it around. And when you're doing your crease color, guys, make sure your eyes are open. Don't do that. I want you to be able to see it. I want you to see that crease color. Now I'm going to take a clean brush, another one that is very similar. And this one is by Morphe, and I will list it, but it's a little smaller. And I'm going to go now into the lighter one, tap off any excess. And I'm going to go slightly above it, just to soften out that edge so we don't have that line of demarcation. You see how that just softened that up? Right on the edge. And then this right here, this brush, just do that, guys. Just to really blend it and make it seamless. And then I'm going to use a flat eyeshadow brush like this one here, which is by, I don't know, but I'm going to show you what it looks like. It doesn't have a name on it, but it's just flat on both sides. And I'm going to tap into the shimmer from the palette, and that's going to go right on my lid. Just very soft, very natural. And it's okay, but you know what? Let me use my finger, because it's going to give a better payoff than that big difference. Isn't that what we want? I already know. I already know. We'll do the same thing on the other side. I don't even have to say nothing. No. Because I know it's cute. That's cute. And then guess what? I'm going to take a smaller eyeshadow brush. One that looks like, this one is by Morphe 408. And I'm going to use this darker bronze, the darker contour. This is a very stiff hip brush. And I'm going to put that underneath my lash line. Very soft, just finishes off that eye look. That is cute, you guys. Then I'm going to also go back to this fluffy brush, take a little bit of the shimmer. And I'm going to take it down the bridge of my nose. a little bit right there on the tip. Girl, that's cute. And if you want, you can even take a smaller brush and do right in the corner. If you want to just highlight those corners. Cute. So now I'm going to use this NYX. It's called Epic Ink Liner. Okay. It's a felt tip pen, just like that. And I'm going to use it on my top lash line before I apply my lashes. Y'all know I'm doing lashes, okay? All right, so we're going just on top. Laying it. Just a little bit, y'all. Starting in the middle of my eye. Now at this point, if you are not a lash girl, this is where now you can apply your mascara. But I'm gonna do lashes, but I'm gonna save and do that at the end. Now we're gonna move on to the blush that I did invest in. This is by Milani. It's a baked powder blush, Rose number 02. And I thought it was just so pretty, so fresh, so light. And I'm gonna use just the side of my blush brush because I have not tried it on, right? Because we can't try it all in the store. I think we like that. It's just enough. Tapping it first because I'm placing it where I want it and then blending it out. That's pretty fresh and springtime. But I'm gonna take it a step further and I'm gonna still use my beauty blender and tap it on top. How cute, I love it. Yo, cute. And now we're gonna do the lip. So for the lip, I'm using X lip pencil in the color Espresso. This is what I already had, so I'm definitely going to use it. I'm gonna take a lip brush that's dry and blend out my liner. Or you can use your finger, just like that. And then the lip color I'm gonna use is also by X. It's called Sorbet. It's a wonderful summer, girl. It's a wonderful spring, summer lip color. It's a lip gloss, actually. It's the butter gloss. Just enough to just brighten up this whole look. So pretty. I'm gonna use my lip brush. I love it. Oh, that's cute. Now that I got it on, I feel like I want some more blush. Let me use a little bit that's left on here. Don't we love this glowy skin? Love it. This, I'ma honestly say, this is a great startup, beginner-friendly look. If this is something you have been wanting to know, what should I get when I go to CVS, when I go to Walmart, when I go to Walgreens, when I go to, oh, we're not doing Target, but this is really good and friendly. I'm gonna make sure I put all this in the description for you. Oh, cute. Y'all, I'm going to set my face now. My one stop, so we're not including this in the drugstore because I love this. My makeup don't move. When I use it on brides, it don't move, y'all. I even have people go swimming. I mean, when you look it up, read about it, that's his big thing. He can swim in it and girl, the makeup not moving. So let me go ahead and set this. Then I'm gonna put on my lashes and I'll come back. Okay, girl, lashes is on. Lashes is on, hair is down, and this is the look. Come on, CVS, Walmart, Walgreens. Come on, Maybelline, Black Opal, Milani. I think that's everything we use, right? We used Maybelline, we used LA Girl Pro Concealer, we used Black Radiance Loose Powder and Contour Palette, we used Milani Blush, Milani Brow Pencil, we used NYX Lip Liner, NYX Lip Color. Y'all, this, okay. I'm so proud of me. I'm so proud. Honestly, I can't even tell the difference in how my makeup looks with the high end. It looks good. It's all in the application. Okay? It's all in the application. So please, If you love affordable glam that I did today, tell me what you liked about this look, what products you like, and then what products do you swear by. Let the girls know, because I'm sure, like I said, we can't go in and try these products on, but if y'all put in a comment, what y'all like, you know we're going to go in looking for it, okay? And if you're of a woman of a certain age and you're into skincare, even if you're in your 30s, y'all, if you are 30 and you watching this, let me tell you, you starting to take care of your skin now in your 20s and 30s, you will look like us. You will look like us, girl, when you get to be in your mid-50s. So if you are concerned about your skin, whether in your 20s, 30s, or even now, take a look at the Dermalect. Take a look to see about the products that I use that I'm just kind of loving right now. Because yeah, we want this glass skin. We want this beautiful skin. I have not done any type of Botox or fillers or anything. I'm not opposed to it though. I'm not opposed to it. I see where I might want a little bit. And I don't see, the thing is, I don't want it to get too bad, so bad where I'm like, oh Lord, like I want to just do a little tweak, and I'm gonna let y'all know when I do that. So thank you so much for following me along with this look. And if you love content like this for women in their midlife, learning how to just keep ourselves looking as beautiful as possible, learning a little bit about fashion and exploring that, and you know, I talk a little bit about entrepreneurship. These are the things that interest me, that I love, that I like to share on this channel. And if that vibes with you at all, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, because I do upload on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and I don't want you to miss when I do upload. Thank you so much for the people who are new here. Thank you so much for those that are my day ones. Y'all been here since I started in October. It has been amazing. I so appreciate you, and I will see you guys in the next video. Remember to love you and to love what you do. Bye.